can even put $2 in your account and test this bot. Okay, guys. So we're going to say continue. Yes. Now this is the trading pair we're going to use, BTC. I have the one that has Solana, BNB, and Ethereum, and other ones. If you want that, make sure to chat me up on my Telegram. My contact is in the description. Okay, guys. So we're clicking on BTC. So here we have different setup for us. We have conservative, which is going to use a 10x leverage and a 0.8 stop loss and a 1.6 take profit. We have a balanced, which is 20x leverage, and we have an aggressive, which is 50x leverage, 1.2% stop loss, and 3% take profit. But instead, you can use either of these. Okay, guys, so our bot has started. As you can see here, our BingX generation bot has started. You can see over here, our leverage is 15x. We have a position of $30, and our margin per trade is $2. Okay, so you can see our stop loss, our take profit, consecutive losses, highest is 3. The bot is now running. So it does a market analysis. As you can see, our bullish score is 18 and our bearish score is 68. You can see the market. Are you still trying to trade manually, trying to read signs and signals, pressing your long and your short? You're watching charts every day before you sleep, when you wake up. Those days are gone. Trading bots are the trend right now. Why? Because number one, they trade 24/7 without sleep. They have zero emotions, no FOMO, no panic. They're constantly reading and monitoring patterns. They never miss any opportunity, and they know when to exit and when to enter a trade. Now this bot works directly with your SEX account, okay? Your exchange account. No wallet management, no complicated setup. Just open your SEX exchange account and boom, this bot is going to work for you. Okay, now this bot is going to be using BingX Exchange. Okay, it trades Bitcoin constantly, managing risk positions with built-in risk assessment and a global strategy. And I'm going to be showing you how to set this bot on your laptop, working day and night for you, completely free. If you're ready to automate your trading, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get into it, guys. Now, how the bot analyzes trade, we're going to be covering that. A complete setup from GitHub, getting it running in just 10 minutes or less. I'm going to explain the risk management that is built in, and this bot is free and open source. Okay, guys. Now, how it works. Now, the trading strategy is very simple. It uses technical analysis for 70% of its decision, and it uses the order flow analysis for 30% of its decision. Now, what is order flow? The order flow is the buying and selling orders that are coming into the exchange, and the technical analysis are the EMA, the relative strength index, the volume confirmation. All this is going to play a key role into how it detects signals. Okay, so when it takes the technical score and it takes the order flow, it gauges them. The technical flow is going to account for 70% of its decision weight, and the order flow is going to account for 30% for its decision weight to give it its final decision. If it's bullish, if the bullish scores is higher than the bearish score, the bot is going to go for a long position. If the bearish score is greater than the bullish score, it's going to go for a short position, guys. Now the confidence levels are high, medium, and low. If the bullish signals are way high above the bearish, it's going to have high confidence in its decision. And if the bearish signals are right about almost with the bullish signals, it's going to have a medium or low confidence level. You can also set this to decide for you if you want it to only trade when the confidence is high, or you want it to trade when the confidence is medium and above. You can set that, guys. Now, trade execution. The bot decides to go long, right? It places a market order, and this market order is going to be a limit order, because limit orders are have less fees than market orders. So this is going to help you reduce the fees that are going to be charging you when when the bot is constantly buying, entering positions and exiting positions. Okay, and every position is going to come with a stop and take profit embedded into the limit order. Okay, and it's going to be monitoring this position every 90 seconds to check if this position is still okay. So even when the bot puts a position, even if something happens and the bot is switched off, inside its order it has stop loss, it has take profit baked into the limit order. So the exchange on its own will stop it so that you don't encounter losses, and then it will also have a take profit percentage, which you can decide for yourself when it should take profits. Maybe if it increases by 2%, you should take profit and execute another trade. Okay, so now your money is protected all the time with your stop loss and your take profits embedded, baked into the order. Okay, now understanding leverage. Now, what is leverage? When you're talking about longs and you're short, you have, for instance, you have $10, right? $10 capital, and you want a 10x leverage. That means what your position is going to be $100 position. If the price moves 1% up, you gain 1%, but multiplied by your 10x leverage, you gain 10%. So you're gaining 10% of $100, which is $10. So if you use your $10 capital with your 10x leverage into your $100 position, and the price moves up by 1%, you're gaining $10, guys. That's huge, right? So bigger gains, but also with higher leverage, there are also bigger losses. Okay. Now, our risk management. Our risk management is very simple. Every trade has a stop loss. Also, we have a daily loss limit. So for instance, if we lose $5 or up to $10 within the day, it's going to stop trading for that day, which means that the price is not, the patterns are not matching up. It's very volatile, and the bot is going to be like, okay, we're going to go on a break for a whole day, and then we'll come back the next day. Maybe the price has stabilized and we can take decisions better on that day. And if the bot has 3 consecutive losses, it's going to pause trading for 30 minutes. Maybe let the market chill and relax, and then look for another signal. Okay, and then if there's a 50% drawdown, that means from our initial balance we have lost 15%. The bot is going to say pause, no more trading, we're going to wait. So one thing with trading is that you have to understand it is a cumulative effort. You're not going to make all the money in one day. You may have days where you rank in high gains, and then you have days where you have some losses. So it's a cumulative thing. You take the average after a whole month, and then you will definitely be on the positive side. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how to set this up. I'm going to show you how to install it and everything. So first of all, this is the repository. Make sure you start this repository for me, guys. See, I don't have any stars right now, so make sure you're starting this repository, and make sure you're liking the video and you're subscribing. Okay, the link to this GitHub is in the description below, so just check the description. You're going to see a link to this. Okay, so once you have this, we're going to set up our BingX accounts. As you can see here in our BingX, it's not loading, right? It's not loading because of VPN. Depending on where you are in the world, BingX may have blocked your account from accessing it. So we were going to use a VPN. I'm not sponsored by this VPN or anything. I just currently use them because they are easier. So I'm going to choose Belgium. I'm going to connect to Belgium. I'm going to come back to my accounts, and I'm going to reload. And as you can see, it's working. Okay, you can see my BingX account is here. So I'm just going to log in. Okay, so now that we're on our GitHub repository, we're going to download this zip code. If you have Git installed on your system, you know how to clone it. That's up to you. So I'm going to just download this. Then I'm going to open it up. Okay, see it here. I'm going to unzip it. Then I'm going to open my Visual Studio Code. And I'm going to open download Bing export. Okay. So boom. So I have it set up here. And now that I have it set up, I'm going to go to my terminal. I'm going to say node version. So you can see I have Node installed. So if you don't have Node installed, make sure you go over to the Node website and install Node. Okay. So now that we have our bots, we're going to say npm. Okay, let me increase this so you guys can see it properly. So we're going to say npm install. Okay, so this is going to install my these packages for me. So while this is installing, let's go over to BingX, and So you can see this is my BingX account, okay guys? And you can see in my assets, I have $5 USDT here. You can see my assets, right? So if I go to my futures account, you can see I have $5 in my futures account. So whenever you fund your account, if it's here in the fund account or spot account, you have to make sure you transfer it to your futures account. You can easily do that by, if you're in your fund account, just click on transfer. You can see here, you can select whichever account. Maybe the money is in your spot account, and then you move it over to your futures account, which is this USD perpetual futures. Okay, so make sure you move it to your futures account, this futures account. Okay guys, so once you have that, you can see here my money is my futures account, right? I'm just going to go over to my API. So I'm going to come over here, okay, over here, and you can see my API management. I'm going to go over to my API management, and you can see I already have an existing API here. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to create a new API here. So create API, and over here you can label it. So I'm just going to say BingX trading bot. Okay, so you can see the permissions. You must make sure you include read. So you spot account, we're not using spot account. What we're using is our perpetual futures trading. So we can click on futures trading here, and that's all. We just need our read and perpetual futures trading, okay? And then we confirm, and then we verify. Okay, so you can see our keys are activated. I'm going to delete all of this, guys, so don't worry. So you can see our API key and our secret key, right? Okay, perfect. So in our account, so here you can see our npm has run. So I'm just going to clear this. We're going to go to our .env. You can see our BingX API key. So we're going to come over here and copy this. I'm going to put this here. Then our secret key, we're going to get our secret key here. I'm going to paste it. Now you can see we're also going to set up our Telegram bot and our Telegram chat ID. So let's set up our Telegram bot, okay guys? So I'm going to click on Telegram. Bots. You just go over to botfather. I'm going to delete chat. And what you're going to tell botfather, okay, say botfather. You're going to start botfather. Then you're going to say new bots. Okay, so it's going to ask you how you're going to call it. We're going to say BingX trading bot. Say good. Now choose a username. We're going to use the same thing. This username is invalid, so we're going to say BingX Ninja Coder bot. Invalid. Okay, so we're going to delete the 9 and just say Jacoda. Okay, I get what it is. Just remove this hyphens. See, it's already taken. Okay, so we can see our bot is created now, guys. So now that our bot is created, we get a token, right? So we're going to copy that token. I'm going to put it here. Then our chat ID. So you go over to your Telegram and you search for user info bot. So you can see this is the chat. So I'm going to delete this chat first of all. User info bot. So we're going to start. So you can see it has given me my ID, which I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste it here in my Telegram chat ID. So you can see our Telegram enabled true. We've set our Telegram, we've set our BingX, and that's all we need to do in our environmental variables. Okay, so we're just going to keep it open like this. Okay, so now we're going to start our bot, right? I'm just going to increase this so that you guys can see everything perfectly. We're going to say npm start. So you can see BingX enhanced trading bot, guys. So you can see our balance has been fetched successfully, which means that yes, this is working. Please make sure that if you access the website and you are using a VPN, you're going to need this VPN to be on when the bot is working, because the bot is going to go through your network configuration, and if it's your your country is blocked, it's not going to work unless you are using a VPN to access it. So if you can access the website normally without a VPN, then the bot will work normally too. But if you can't have to use a VPN to access the website, you need a VPN for the bot to be able to run. Okay, guys. So now that our bot is working over here, you can see our balance has been fetched. It's telling us our balance is low, but we can still work with that. Okay, the minimum you can use is $2. So you can even put $2 in your account and test this bot. Okay, guys. So we're going to say continue. Yes. Now this is the trading pair we're going to use, BTC. I have the one that has Solana, BNB, and Ethereum, and other ones. If you want that, make sure to chat me up on my Telegram. My contact is in the description. Okay, guys. So we're clicking on BTC. So here we have different setup for us. We have conservative, which is going to use a 10x leverage and a 0.8 stop loss and a 1.6 take profit. We have a balanced, which is 20x leverage, and we have an aggressive, which is 50x leverage, 1.2% stop loss, and 3% take profit. But instead, you can use either of these three strategies. It's up to you, okay? But I'm going to use custom. When you pick custom, you can detail it however you want it to be. So I'm going to select on custom. It's going to ask me, what leverage do I want? I have between 10 and 105, okay? So I'm just going to tell it to use a 15x leverage. Okay, so now you can see it's recommending me to use at least $4 to trade, okay? Because it's going to ask me my minimum capital, the minimal position you can have on BingX is $10 position. What does that mean? It does not necessarily mean you need $10 in your account. What it means is that if you have $2 in your account, you must at least use 5x leverage, because with $2 and 5x leverage, that's going to be $10 position. So that position must be above $10. If not, BingX is not going to allow you to trade. So that's why over here is suggesting I use a $14, which is 80% of my balance, because definitely you don't want to use all your balance, because bots may run into errors when fees are deducted and it has to trade. So you should use at least at most 80% of your balance. So what we're going to say is use $2. So what is the stop loss? Is it a 1% drop in price, or how many percent? It's advising me to use 1%, but if you want a more risky strategy, you can go for like 10% drop. That way your position is going to be open for longer and you're going to be able to maximize your gains even if the price is shaky. So in volatile markets, you want to make sure you give it a bit space for your stop loss. If you're a trader, you understand what I'm saying, guys. So stop loss, I'm just going to put 1%, and then the take profit, I'm also going to put 1%. You can put as much as you want. You can put 50%, 5%, 10%. The position can be running for as long as possible, and then it's up to you. Okay, so take profit, I'm going to use 2. Now the minimum confidence, like I said, if the bot is going long, it means the bullish signals were higher than the bearish signals. But if the signal for the bullish is close to the bearish, let's say the signal for the bullish is high and the signal for the bearish is low, the confidence from the bot is going to be very high. Okay, so if you want the bot to only trade on high confidence, you can set it like that, but you have to note it will only trade on high confidence, and that means the bot may not be trading constantly. So because you can also use this as a voting bot for you. If you want to set it as low, it's up to you. So I'm going to set mine as medium. Now, suggestion: maximum hold time, which means how long should be the maximum time you want your position to be left. Here it's saying 30 minutes if you want quick trades. Note, longer is better for stable profits. Okay, 60 minutes is balanced, 120 minutes patient. I'm going to use 10 minutes. Your max daily loss in percentage should be, I should not lose more than 4%. Configuration name, because you can save this configuration and edit it later. So I'm going to save mine as Ninja Coder Ultimate Config. Okay, so now this is the summary. Your position is $30. Okay, you have a $30 position. Your stop loss is 1%, take profit is 2%, maximum hold time 10 minutes. Your profile is a custom one. So this is your setup. So start trading, we're going to say yes. Save configuration, yes. Enable Telegram notifications, we're going to say yes. Telegram already configured in environmental variables. So if you didn't configure it in the environmental variables, it's going to ask you for your bot account. It's going to ask you for your own chat ID. So if you want to get Telegram notification, which we are going to be getting, we're going to say yes. So it's starting the bot. Now over here, okay, so over here we have our BingX trading bot. You can see here we have the chart with it. So right here, you can see here it has filled on the position. Okay, so we did not get a notification here because we didn't start the chat with the bot quick. So what we're going to do, we're going to cancel this and restart. Okay, so we're going to clear. So we're going to restart this, okay? So now our chat is here. You can see we're already getting notifications. So this was notifications I was waiting for, but it didn't come. So we're just going to clear this chat history. We're going to start, and then we're going to close this. We're going to put this here. We're going to get our bot here, and we're going to make this so that we can be able to see our messages from our Telegram. So if you are anywhere you're at home or somewhere, and your bot is running, you'll be seeing updates from your bot. Okay, so here we're going to say manage configuration. So you can say I have my Niger Coder Ultimate configuration here. I can delete it, or I can use it, or I can go back. So you can see. So I'm going to say manage configurations. I'm going to say Niger Coder. Okay, guys. So our bot has started. As you can see here, our BingX generation bot has started. You can see over here our leverage is 15x. We have a position of $30, and our margin per trade is $2. Okay, so you can see our stop loss, our take profit, consecutive losses, highest is 3. The bot is now running. So it does a market analysis. As you can see, our bullish score is 18 and our bearish score is 68. You can see the market condition increasing, the volume is increasing, the confidence is high, so it is taking the trade. Okay, so the position is open. Make sure limit order, like I said. The side is short. The limit is the limit price that we set, but because it is very close to the market price, it's going to be filled instantly. These are leverages, our take profits. So it will exit on signal reversal. So if we see here, it's already monitoring. It's starting to monitor the position. So it will be monitoring the position every 90 seconds. So you can see here, the reason why we're having this error is because it tried to check the order. It tried to check our limit order, but it said it failed to fetch the order details because that order was successfully turned into a market order. It was filled immediately, and that's why over here we can now check our positions, and we fetched our positions successfully. So all this is going to be summarized into your Telegram notifications for you. So it's telling you the market analysis it had and the positions, open, limit, order position. So this is going to be monitoring, and we're going to be watching it piece by piece. Okay, guys? So you can see here, this is the position status short. The whole time we have been holding it for 1 minute. It's currently at a profit and loss of minus 0.016. The price is this. Position for held for 1 minute. Minimum 5 minutes required before signal exit. So it's going to keep holding this position for at least 5 minutes. You can set that timer to as long as you want. You can set the minimum amount of time to be 1 minute, or minimum amount of time to be 2 minutes or 30 seconds. Depends on you, depends on the market. Okay, but the bot is going to be watching it constantly. So if we check our account here, you can see the position is over here. It has been filled by the bot already. So the bot is the one in charge. It's the one creating these orders for you constantly. You don't need to manage any wallet. You don't need to manage anything. It's the one that's going to be doing everything for you once it's set up. If you don't want this to be set up in your system, you can set it up in a render account. Just message me and I'm going to help you do that. It's very easy. Okay, so over here, you can see we're constantly fetching the position, we're checking it, we're monitoring it. So our whole time here is 3 minutes. This is the price. Our profit, see here, the P&L here. Position here for 3 minutes, minimum 5 minutes before required before signal exit. Okay, so you can see here the position has been held for 4 minutes. This is our P&L. This is the price. Minimum 5 minutes required before signal exits. Okay, so we can see here our order was successful. We can see our position has been closed by the bot. This was what we decided, and this was the P&L 0.0018. This is our profit. This was the fees, and this was the hold time 10 minutes. So the reason we stopped was because of our emergency max hold time. As you can see, we started with if we go back to our trade here, see it was minus minus, and then later on it started going to plus. That's because overall the trend is bearish, so it will definitely go to perish. And if we notice, if we had left this longer for like 30 minutes, the bot will, it would have had greater profit, but we put our emergency hold time to be 10 minutes. So once 10 minutes reads, it is closing the order, whether it's in profit or whatever. So if you had left this time longer, it would have definitely increased your gains. So like 30 minutes, 60 minutes is what you should use as your emergency max hold time. The bot on its own will always be checking the market analysis and know when to exit the trade, okay? So that's what we have here. You can see our profit here. So it's going for another cycle after waiting some seconds. And after going on these seconds, it's going to do another analysis and it's going to open a new position. So over here, you can see our position was closed. This was a profit trade. It's going to do another market analysis, and you can see the bearish signal is still high. And you can see it already opened another order, and it was short. So you can see here, it already opened another order. So you can see position is going to hold, has been held for 1 minute, minimum 5 minutes, grab before exit signal, guys. So this bot is open source. You can download it, edit it, modify it to your own unique strategies. But if you need help with custom strategies, make sure you DM me to help you out with that, okay? So start with a little capital, test out the bot, and then later on you can increase the capital. It's all up to you. Make sure you never share your API keys like I have done here, okay? So this bot is doing trading for you. You can see here it has moved to a positive trade. So you can see here the P&L has already moved to positive, just as I'm explaining to you guys. So trading is risky, but this bot, it helps with automatically loss, risk management, daily limits, consecutive loss protection, and smart exit strategies. Okay, so you've learned everything about this bot. Make sure you start the repo, subscribe, like the video. This bot removes emotions from trading. Okay, so this is how you want to be trading. You don't want to be trading by yourself. Okay, so start small, learn the system, scale up gradually. And if you need me to help you set up a trading organization, trading bots, wherever you want, just let me know. My contact is in the DM. I'll see you guys later.